Okay folks, this is going to be a really quick update video. We're only a couple days away from Halloween and I think we've got just about everything done. We're like 90% complete, I would say. So I'm going to just kind of do a quick walkthrough here, show you guys all the props we got in the yard, and then I'll show you what the haunt looks like when it's fully running. So first thing we got here is the pirate ship. This is the Home Depot animatronic. They sold this a few years ago. We bought it and just kind of held on to it. So this is the first year we're actually using it. We kind of dressed it up a little bit. We threw some creepy cloth on the side. It actually got knocked down because of the wind. The weather has not been good this whole like month and a half. We've just been getting tons of rain, tons of wind. So it's been really difficult trying to work and get everything done. But we got the ship there. We got the tentacles, which I kind of made kind of quickly. From a distance, they look pretty good. I used pool noodles, duct tape, and just kind of spray painted them. Got the guy right there hanging on the barrel. And then we got our pumpkin patch. We do this guys every year. Pumpkin jamboree. So we got them in place. I'm not going to focus on these guys too much because some of that music might be copyrighted. So I don't want to get DMCA'd. Got our treasure chest. Got the gold in there. I used some gold fabric to try to cover up the lack of gold coins that we had, and I got lights mounted underneath, like the little puck lights, all battery operated. And then we got our skeletons. The chest I got off of Craigslist. I found someone who was selling it, so I got a pretty good deal on it. Then we got our boat. That's actually another prop from Home Depot. It's the Ferry of the Dead. We're not using the Grim Reaper that goes in there. Stuck a pirate flag on it. Put some mermaids there. We were going to add some rocks to the yard, and we're going to have them sitting on rocks, but we never got around to doing it. We actually ran out of time, so I think that's just how they're going to have to be. They're just going to have to sit there this year, and we'll have to save the rocks for next year. And then over here we got our bar. This is where the kids will come and pick up their candy. We decorated this up. The candy's in those little buckets there. So we'll be standing over here, we'll hand out the candy. Got our archway. We had that from last year. It's kind of hard to see, but we got the center part. You can see the skulls in there. So the skulls are just plastic skulls, and everything around it is actually great stuff that we just kind of rubbed over foam board. And that's what's filling the middle. And then we also strung orange lights all over the foam board and then covered it with great stuff. So that's what's creating that glow effect behind it. We got our drinking skeleton. I think this guy might need a light somehow. I'm not really sure because you can't really see him drinking that well. You can see that I got the drinking going on. I have another video on that guy, separate video, if anyone's interested in checking that one out. Yeah, but he's mounted to the table. And then we got the front of the facade. Got our coffin. Got our two skeletons sitting there on the coffin. This is actually a pneumatic that's not plugged in this year because we toned down our haunt a little bit. These guys don't really do anything. They're just kind of It's kind of like a photo shoot. You can kind of stand in front of them, get your picture taken. And then over here we got our other facade. We got the shack. That pirate sign's not going to actually go there. It's just there temporarily. It's going to actually go down the bottom of the driveway. We're just leaving it there for right now. But we got our shack here. Guy playing his banjo. And then we got our... Oh. There's the cannon. Had to get that before it goes off every minute. Shoots out fog, light, sound, and all that. It's on loop, so every minute it will go off. And that did a video for that cannon too. I don't know if I went into detail when I did with it, but it's just the carriage is just scrap wood that I wood stained, and the can itself is just a concrete tube with pool noodles wrapped around it. And I just got a peekaboo controller wired underneath it that's soldered to a fog machine. So that way, that's how the fog and the light and everything goes off at the same time. It's all connected to one controller. Got the cannon balls there. It's made up. Those are just foam balls that I covered in drywall compound, and I just painted it. Got the fishing guy. Again, not an animatronic or anything. Got a lot of static props this year. You're just sitting there fishing. But that is the front facade. So let me show you real quick what the inside looks like. This will be the haunt this year. So we've got our skull hallway, which we have every year. Decided to keep that. We got the straight ahead, so I was mentioning this in another video, that's our helmsman turning his wheel. We got thunder and lightning sound effects going on. Let's see if you can see the lights kind of dimming, trying to match up with the lightning. I'm gonna watch this for a second so you guys see. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that guy's in his own room. My camera actually brings it out more. It's actually dark if you see it with your own eyes. But this, I'm using my phone. My phone's pretty good at picking up stuff at night. So it's a little brighter than it actually is. We got our treasure room. I've shown this guy a few times. This guy's plugged in, so let me show you what he actually does when he goes off. Come on. There we go.
You survived your way through the boneyard, or did ye? Carry on if you dare, but beware of Pirates Cove.
So that is our pirate captain in his treasure room. All this stuff is just things we made. Got candles, got the little weight scale, made that from scratch. Gold piles, that's just, you know, chicken wire with gold fabric over it, and they just glued gold coins to it. I mean, you know, just miscellaneous little props. We got our little skeleton monkey down there. Gold bars, those are just 2x4s that I cut. And then I tried my best to try to hide some of the lights. I wanted to make the gold glow, so I put a yellow light on the side of the wall, and then I tried to build like a little casing for it so you wouldn't be so obvious that there was a light there. And then the chair we built to put that all together. So that is the treasure room. I'm gonna go over to the next section. This guy's gonna go off again because the sensor has like no pause to it. It's very sensitive.
Danger lies ahead for greedy, scurvy dogs. You best beware and keep a weathered eye traveling Pirates Cove. Unless you want to end like me.
So you come
Yeah, so he's gonna go off again. So we got our guy in the gibbet cage. Another guy we've had every year. This is like a prison area. And then we got our next section here.
I see you survived your way.
Got the dog with the keys. We got our prisoners.
Leave this place for your next.
Trying to get the keys from the dog. We got our screen behind the wall there. It's got the, I think it's Inferno from Atmos Effects. And these guys actually have audio.
Not to reach any further, your stubwing bilge rat. Where this time go on, Grandma? Up here you go, dearie. Come on, have a nice spell, right? That's a good word. Come on now. Oh, steady now, steady.
So that is a speaker that's on a sensor down there. You can see between his legs. There wasn't really any way I could hide that any better because the sensor is actually not that great on that. It kind of has to stay out where people can see it. Hopefully not too many people are going to be looking between his legs. But, yep, these guys are on a sensor, so every time I move, the little audio will play from the ride.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So those guys will go off. We got our dog. Doesn't do anything, but, you know, he's holding the keys. And we got that, the Inferno. And then the last section we got, this is like towards the exit of the haunt. Not too much here, but when we get to this part, let's see if I can get this before. And that's the final scare. That's the last part. So when that's on a sensor down there. And that's all there is to it. That's pretty much the whole, and that's like the main scare. Because nothing really pops out at you in this haunt except for that part right there. But yeah, that is it. That is our haunt for this year, 2022. We're going with the pirate theme. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.